I myself am a chiropractor, and so I know the benefits of chiropractic care. I moved to Hoboken about 2 years ago and saw Dr. Porter's sign, and lucky for me, I walked in and I've been ultimately impressed. Really happy with the service that I get. He's a phenomenal chiropractor. His diagnostic abilities, his treatment, his hands, his knowledge about things outside of just adjustments and the musculoskeletal system, being able to provide me advice on diet, nutrition, exercise, the whole entire holistic experience. Back, my neck tends to get pretty stiff, and sort of my mid-back, to be very honest. I didn't have any particular injury at any time. I know the value of regular chiropractic maintenance, so I like to see a chiropractor every 2 weeks. And so that's what brought me in. I work in New York, but I live in Hoboken, and I wanted to make sure that I found the right person. I've tried a bunch of others, and Dr. Porter. To be honest, like I've had, so the way that I think about it is my low back, and that's how I start. Everything else is supplementary to that. Of course, my neck and my mid-back are part of it, but my low back is really where I have a lot of my issues. I have some pelvic tilt, etc. His ability to find that right away without me even describing it was fantastic, and then being able to figure out corrective ways to keep it in line and make sure that my joints were moving the right way. It took a couple weeks. I started feeling unbelievable. I started with once a week, and then I moved to once every 2 weeks, and then we've tried different ways of going about it. Maybe going to once every 4 weeks, but we find that once every 2 weeks is perfect, and so we've been really happy. And to be honest, I've been pretty pain-free in Hoboken, and they ask me all the time. They're like, "Hey, can you help me out? Can you adjust me?" I'm like, "Look, I don't do that here in the U.S. I'm Canadian, but I got a guy for you." And so I always say Dr. Porter's name because I have the utmost confidence in him. And to be truthful, he's a better chiropractor. Quite superb. And when you walk into the office, and as you know, it's beautiful. The colors, the cleanliness, the light, it's bright, beautiful windows. I really like it. It's not overly big, and so what happens sometimes with these offices is that they get too big and they're not quaint. It's a good size. He has the right staff around him. They all are very knowledgeable. Everyone's very friendly here. Obviously, that's why I'm still here. I've been really surprised at the whole entire quality of the establishment. So it's a good spot. If you want me to rate it, I obviously am going to rate it a 10 out of 10. But that's because I continue to choose. I believe Steve Nash said it best, and for those who don't know who Steve Nash is, he's a phenomenal point guard in the NBA. Someone asked him, what is the secret to your longevity? And he said, my chiropractor. The profession is really interesting. It's not just adjustment, right? And Dr. Porter has a lot of tools, right? Mm-hmm. And this is what I like about it. So there are people who are apprehensive, who are in pain, who need treatment, and who need to get better. He has so many different tools to be able to get you from a point of being in pain to a point of not being in pain, right? It doesn't need to only be the adjustment. You don't need to, you're not going to walk in, he's not going to just adjust you and say, all right, you're on your way. As you saw during my treatment, there is a number of things that he does during that time, whether it be muscle work, trigger work, exercise. He has advised me on ways to change my workouts. He does mobility exercises. He uses activator guns, which is, all of those things are non-invasive, very traditional ways to get you pain-free. But there's no apprehension on it because some people are afraid, right? They don't know what the adjustment is, etc. So he has all of those tools, which is fantastic. But once you get that comfort and that trust, which you will, hopefully, and if you don't, you don't. But if you will, right, you'll see the unbelievable benefits of the adjustment on top of that. So I'm always of the view of, in life, you try something. You try something a couple of times or one time or whatever it may be. If it's right for you, it's right for you. If it's not, that's fine. I feel like Dr. Porter is one of those guys who has so many tools in his toolkit. He'll probably be the right person for you.